Hey guys, Chris Fix here. You hear this squeaking noise? Today I'm going to show you how to tell where the squeaking noise is coming from, whether it's a belt or a pulley.
What I'm thinking is it's the idler pulley right there, because that's where the sound's coming from. So the first thing we're going to do is take a spray bottle and we're going to spray the rib side of the belt. So if the sound goes away with the rib side of the belt getting sprayed with water, that means you have a pulley alignment issue, or the pulley could be bad somewhere. And as you can see, the sound went away. If the sound got louder, that means you would have a belt tension issue, and that means your tensioner is probably bad. So all you'd have to do is replace the tensioner. And that's just a spring-loaded pulley that keeps tension on the belt. So if you start your car in the morning and it's really loud and then it goes away, chances are there's water on the belt and you have a tension problem, so it squeaks really loud. So the first thing we're going to do is check to make sure none of the pulleys are wobbling. So this pulley looks like it's going pretty straight. That's the air conditioner. This is power steering. There's a little bit of a wobble, so we should probably look at that. That might be within tolerance. Doesn't look too bad. The idler pulley doesn't look bad, and if you look behind that, the fan pulley looks like it's running straight as well. The last thing to check will be the alternator. That pulley doesn't look wobbly at all. So there's two things I'm concerned with. It's the power steering pump and the idler pulley. I could hear the sound, and the sound's definitely not coming from the power steering pump. So I'm going to check out the idler pulley. Now when you're working on your car, my car has a fan that stays on all the time, but your car might not have that. Keep your hands clear of the fan. That'll take a finger off. So here's the idler pulley, which I think is bad. And you can see right away, that's moving. I'm able to shake it back and forth. So that's my problem. The other thing that I thought it might be is the power steering, but that pulley is not going anywhere. So I'm pretty sure I just diagnosed the problem to be the idler pulley. So we're going to take this off right now and replace it with a nice new one. This is going to cost you about 20 bucks. So there are 4 types of belt wear signs that you could look at. I'm going to show you a brand new belt. This is a brand new belt. You can see nothing, no cracks, no dirt in here, nothing. The back looks good, there's no fraying. So the 4 types are glazing, pilling, misalignment, and cracking. The first thing we're going to look at is glazing, and this is because the belt tension is either too tight or too loose. So there's friction created, and this friction causes a lot of heat, and the heat actually melts the rubber, which creates like a plastic glossy finish on the rib side of the belt. So you want to look for that. If that's the case, then you want to check your belt tension. If you see pilling's when there's all dirt and stuff that gets in the V's. You can see a belt has notches in it, and that's where it stays aligned on the pulley. And in here, if dirt builds up or something, it could cause squeaking, it could cause the belt to slip, which could end up causing glazing. So you want to make sure if you hear a noise or anything, you check to make sure there's no pilling. The next thing is misalignment. Sometimes the side of the belt will fray, and it pretty much rubs, and the rope in here, the structure in here will fray and come apart, and that'll be obvious. And then you just have to find where this belt is rubbing. And the last thing is cracking, and I actually have an example of cracking. So this is my current belt, and you can see there's cracks in it. Now it's okay that there's cracks. You want to make sure there's not too many cracks and that there's no chunks missing. You want to look at these cracks, and you notice they do go pretty deep. So the next thing you're going to do is check to see how many cracks there are per inch. You don't want more than 3 lines of cracks per inch. To make this visually easy to see, I have a piece of paper that is folded so that it's 1 inch. And we'll just take it and put it somewhere random on the belt, and we can see that there's 1, 2, 3 cracks in 1 inch. You don't want any more than 3. Put it in a new place. You can see there that there's 1, 2, 3. So this belt is about 80% done with 3 cracks in 1 inch. You're just counting on 1 rib. How many cracks? You don't go across. It's okay if there's a bunch of cracks that go across. You're just counting 1 rib. So like 1, 2, 3. This belt is pretty much done, which is why I'm going to replace it with a new one. Belts should be changed about every 50 to 75,000 miles on average. Sometimes you get 100, 120,000 miles out of them, but they recommend 50 to 75.
Hopefully this video was helpful. If it was, remember to give it a thumbs up. If you're not a subscriber, what are you waiting for? Hit that subscribe button. Up on the screen are going to be a bunch of videos. To get to those videos, you could click on the screen or follow the links in the description.